Every time you open a box of permanent hair dye, you are applying a chemical system directly to one of the most absorptive surfaces on your body, your scalp. By the end of this video, you will know the 7 hair dye brands that raise the biggest concerns, the 3 ingredients that matter most, and the 3 safer alternatives that reduce the chemical load without pretending hair dye is ever completely risk-free. Before we get into the list, you need to understand the chemistry. 3 ingredients matter most: PPD, resorcinol, and ammonia, or MEA. PPD can trigger severe allergic reactions. Resorcinol is linked to hormone concerns, and MEA may sound gentler than ammonia, but it can still do serious damage. Ammonia-free does not automatically mean safe. Now to the brands. Number 1, L'Oréal Paris. Excellence and preference are among the best-selling permanent dyes in the world. That scale matters because it normalizes the chemistry. These lines contain both PPD and resorcinol, and they commonly use high-volume peroxide developers that increase how aggressively the formula penetrates. L'Oréal has also been named in large-scale litigation involving long-term chemical hair product exposure and hormone-related cancers. The broader point is not that L'Oréal is uniquely dangerous. The point is that one of the most trusted names in hair color is still built on the same high-concern chemistry as the rest of the category. If you thought it couldn't get worse, check this out. Number 2, Garnier Nutrice. This brand is a masterclass in cosmetic reassurance. Fruit oils, nourishing color, avocado, shea, and grapeseed imagery across the box. But the oils are not what is doing the permanent coloring. The chemistry underneath still relies on PPD and resorcinol. That is what matters. Garnier sells the emotional experience of gentleness while still using the same permanent dye structure that triggers reactions in sensitized users. The packaging suggests softness. The ingredient list tells a different story. Number 3, Clairol Nice and Easy. Clairol has something even more powerful than premium branding: familiarity. It feels normal. It feels like the brand people have used for years without thinking twice. That is exactly why it deserves scrutiny. Some darker shades have been flagged for especially high PPD exposure, and certain related formulas have also raised concern for added allergen load through preservatives in conditioners and activators. This is what repeated exposure looks like in real life: a product that feels ordinary enough to use every month until the body decides it has had enough. Number 4, Revlon Color Silk. This one is sold as the gentler option because it is ammonia-free. That sounds reassuring right up until you see what replaced the ammonia: ethanolamine. The color is still driven by PPD, and the free from marketing gives many buyers a false sense of security. Cheaper than salon color, easier on the nose. Still a permanent oxidative dye system. The absence of ammonia is not the absence of risk. It is just a different route to the same result. Number 5, Schwarzkopf. This brand stands out because the concern is not only theoretical chemistry, but direct regulatory action. Multiple product lines have been flagged in Europe over the presence of BMHCA, a banned reproductive toxin prohibited in cosmetic products under European Union regulation. That changes the nature of the conversation. We are no longer talking only about ingredients that regulators still permit within limits. We are talking about products that authorities identified as serious risk items and ordered destroyed. That is a different category of warning entirely. Number 6, Just for Men. This is the most important brand on the list for male consumers because it has one of the most documented records of severe adverse reactions. The darker shades, especially jet black, have been associated with extremely high PPD loads. Lawsuits and adverse event reports describe chemical burns, swelling, blistering, scarring, and even anaphylactic reactions. The branding is built around convenience, speed, and masculine normalcy. 5 minutes. Back to looking younger. But the chemistry does not care about the branding. If anything, the speed and frequency of use can make people less cautious than they should be. Number 7, Splat. Splat targets a younger audience with bold color, dramatic lift, and easy access at drugstores. The problem is that vivid color often requires aggressive chemistry, especially in bleach kits. High lift peroxide, harsh alkalizing agents, and in some formulas, additional sensitizers make this one of the roughest categories for home users. Hair professionals consistently warn that bleach plus permanent color plus inexperienced self-application is where minor irritation turns into real scalp damage fast. Splat is not just a dye. In many cases, it is a home chemical process kit marketed like self-expression. 7 brands, 1 pattern, different aesthetics, different price points. Same basic strategy: reassure the buyer, normalize the chemistry, and let the ingredient list do the hard part quietly. Now the obvious question: what is safer? Not perfect, safer. Safer alternative number 1, Herbitint. Herbitint removes several of the biggest red flags at once. No ammonia, no resorcinol, no parabens, no added fragrance, and a lower peroxide load than most conventional box dyes. Some shades still contain a low concentration of PPD, so this is not the right choice for someone with a confirmed PPD allergy. But for people trying to reduce total chemical burden while keeping permanent color performance, it is meaningfully cleaner than mainstream options. Safer alternative number 2, Nature Tint. Nature Tint is better understood as a reduction strategy, not a zero chemical fantasy. Its permanent line is free from ammonia, resorcinol, parabens, and MEA, while leaning more heavily on plant-derived supporting ingredients. Some permanent shades still contain PPD, which matters, but the Reflex line removes even more of the common irritants. This is for the buyer who wants a lower tox direction without moving fully into messy botanical systems. Safer alternative number 3, Madison Reed. Madison Reed is the closest thing to a mainstream permanent color upgrade because it removes PPD entirely and replaces it with a substitute that appears to trigger fewer reactions in some users. It is also free from ammonia, resorcinol, parabens, and phthalates. That does not make it universally safe. Cross-reactivity is still possible, especially for people already sensitized to PPD. But compared with the conventional mass market category, this is one of the stronger reformulations available. 7 brands to think twice about, 3 safer alternatives worth knowing, and 1 standard that matters more than any marketing claim. Follow the ingredient list, not the box. And there you have it. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe for more beauty reveals coming soon.